How's everyone doing today? I have to remember to turn my game sound back on. Moment. If you're typing over in Twitch, I need to pop my restream up, so just bear with me. There should be some new lobby items and quite a few things live, so let me stream. Mr. Flawless, how's it going? Steel, Mox, let me put out the announcement that I'm live. The server came up early, so I started the stream early. Okay. So there's some new additions that have not yet been announced. Michi, Mac, how's it going? Mia? Bear with me here. I wasn't expecting it to go live quite this early. Chunky Myro. Mox, you're hopping into your Nadarian? Yeah, Chiaps, that story's crazy. Okay. Let's hop into the in-game thing here. Restream. And I've had a few people asking if I'm going to buy out the Typhoon, so I'll put it up to a buyout. But we do have a lot of other things for me to go through today. We have the expected sales. So Key and Lobby sales live. There's 15% off Master Keys, 20% on Lobby, and there's also a Start Your Adventure sale, which means 25% off everything in these slots. The Services tab, uniforms, personnel, and like starter packs, isn't it? Warp Core, time for some lag? Yes, indeed. Okay. First thing first, let's take a look at the new Lobby stuff that definitely isn't in the game. There should be new space and ground items. So there's a new trait called Drukamani Salvage Claim. Let me pop that open and take a look at it. This is the only new space item, and then there's a bunch of ground items that they haven't yet announced. So Drukamani Salvage Claim, extra rewards for kills. While this trait is slotted, anytime you defeat a foe, there is a chance of having additional rewards granted directly into your inventory. The rewards may be any from the following list: energy credits, astrometric probes, provisions, Jevanite, contraband. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting trait. I'm popping another one of those. I'm just going to put it on the exchange. Ground-wise, there's a ton new. Well, that's the buyout cost for the Typhoon. Event, Dimensional Typhoon buyout, $60. Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at that here in a moment, but I want to look at the new Lobby stuff first. So this is the only new Space Edition, Drukamani Salvage Claim. I'm popping one of these up on the market just to see. And, you gotta be, first one up. I've put it up there at a premium price. I'll put it at a more reasonable. New Lobby items that definitely weren't in the patch notes. Yes, correct. So I have a thumbnail ready to go for Lobby breakdown. So there's quite a bit here. We have Agamus Aggression Network Kit module. Summons a spawner, creating attack drones. So this is deploying an Agamus unit for 40 seconds. Then there's Exceptional Compromise. This is a disable and confuse or minus damage and placate based on target rank. That debuff against, or no, that's just out. That's debuffing their outgoing damage. Okay. All humanoid targets will be granted a Samuel Clemens holographic costume while affected. Then there's Sword of the Winter Constellation. This is really expensive, and I doubt that's going to be worth it. That is a 200 Lobby weapon right there. I doubt that's going to be worth it. Chosen, how's it going? The stream's been on for like 5 minutes. I started it early because the servers came up early. So Sword of the Winter Constellation. That is 160 Lobi during the Lobi sale. There's the Betazoid Lipstick Baton. That's a bit cheaper. That does psionic damage. Stacks a debuff on all hit foes, which increases this weapon's chance to stun target for 10 seconds. All debuff stacks cleared if the target is stunned. Okay. And for the sword, there's a chance that you can throw it, or that you will throw a knife at a nearby foe when using it. Okay. Alptron, Das, how's it going? Yeah, new outfit. Samuel Clemens, formal wear. So if you want to make your captain look like Samuel Clemens, like what they teased, then you can do that. There's also a Badgie ground pet pack. Oh, is there multiple variants of this? I'm gonna buy two and just see here. There is. Okay. So let's see what these badgies are worth so far. There's none up on the market yet. They're pretty expensive for what they are. But I'll toss a couple up on the exchange. We're gonna rip open a couple of these packs and just see what variants there are. Just the three? I'm gonna just... Okay, so those are the only ones I've gotten so far, just those three. I have not tested the new content yet. The server is literally just came back up, but I'm just looking at the Lobi stuff right now. So there's Badgie ground non-combat pets that they've added in. The new TFO has a 1.5 minute briefing. There's a new costume here, which is Samuel Clemens formal wear. There was also... Okay, there's a new giveaway, guys. New giveaway right now. Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle outfit and Vulcan Bob hairstyle. So if you want either of these are free to claim for the next 14 days on PC. So make sure to go in and pick those up. So you've got the Vulcan Cybernetic, like you saw on Rutherford. I can't English. I can't pronounce names, okay? I'm sorry. And then there's the Vulcan Bob hairstyle with accessory costume pack. These are... There's a giveaway going on right now for some lower decks costume pieces. X Jim, how's it going? Nick? Yeah, the servers are up. Promo tab, okay, FDG, I just saw your message, yeah. Yeah. There's some free stuff to claim in the promotions tab of the C-Store on PC. So this is a Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle outfit and Vulcan Bob. I'm going to take a picture of these. So... like this. Make up my mind at some point. I'm just going to put out an announcement in Stowe News. I'm on PC right now. There we go. Archmagos, how's it going? Do I have the right windows up right now? I haven't even looked. Okay, yes I do. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that's popped up that they haven't announced yet. There's some giveaways. There's also some new Lobi items. If I missed you guys in chat, I do apologize. Will this be a casual stream? Absolutely. Yeah. Jay? Okay, so again, there's the ground pet pack Badgie Photonic Constructs. This is in the Vandy Pets tab of the Lobby store. Then in costumes, you have the Samuel Clemens formal wear. That's 160 Lobby. Fundus, how's it going? Ground gear, a bunch of new stuff. You've got a trait called Barter by Combat. While this trait is slotted, anytime you defeat a foe, there's a chance of having additional rewards granted. Okay, so this is like the space trait that they added also. So if you're looking to potentially get EC, contraband, or any of these other commodities when you defeat a foe, then that may be of interest to you. I don't know what the payout's going to be like, but yeah, there is a lobby sale because there's a new lockbox ship. We have pictures of the tooltips from the Typhoon. Sizer, much appreciated. Let me pop these up. This is unmastered tooltip. When firing any torpedo weapon, launch a microcharge that deals 1668 kinetic damage. You know, obviously the trait from the Typhoon is going to have to be tested in combat, but the number at, you know, my first impression is that doesn't seem super impressive, but again, might turn out that on a proper tort build it does a bit more. And the console plus 28.5 Starship projectile weapon training and projectile shield pen, and it creates an expanding net, damages and holds. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to see how that does in actual combat. Salvos, I don't know if you have to go and claim them on each character right now. Normally you wouldn't have to. Yeah, you might have to go in and claim it on each character. Just do that to be safe. Axel's going. Again, for anyone popping up or popping in right now, there's 2 giveaways live in the promotions tab of the Zen store, Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle and Vulcan Bob Hairstyle. So make sure to claim those. You've got 14 days to do so on PC. The Orion Slavers are what you're thinking of, Archmagos, and those were nerfed like 12 years ago. Anonymous just tipped 45. Much appreciated, Anonymous. Much appreciated. Kurt, how's it going? So it sounds like we're going to be flying the Typhoon today. Should I get the California class or the Protostar class? I mainly get ships for cannon builds and don't do meta stuff that much. The California, the issue with like the California and the Parliament is when systems designed them, they sort of gimped them a bit. So I would say go for the Protostar because you're going to get something a bit more unique. You're a bit more unique there. The issue for the California and the Parliament is that they're comparable to like the Sea Star America Worker ships. They're just really not that impressive for what they cost. All streams are casual. It's in the name of the channel. Anonymous, again, thank you for the 45. Much appreciated. Yeah. Okay. We've got some new patrols and stuff to go through. I want to take a look at the new content first before going in and setting up the Typhoon. Alan, thank you for the 20. Much appreciated, man. Well, that is the Typhoon going to be bought out. Much appreciated. Okay. Let's let me swap over to a different build. Yeah, they haven't done a lobby sale better than that in quite a long time. The last time they did like a 50% lobby sale was 2021. Every sale since then has been 20%. Okay. So I'm going to just go in with just a basic BOD build into the new patrols just to get an idea on how they are. Or wait, no, I can do those on any difficulty. I'm going back into Talario. I don't know why I swapped. Was really hoping. I mean, there's still a chance it could start in 30 minutes. I mean, they haven't even announced the lobby stuff yet, right? Now I'm thinking of taxes. Indeed. Yeah, there's no announcement yet for the lobby stuff or the giveaway that they have going on. Yeah, the 50% was part of the response of all the issues and drama with the 11th bundle, exactly. Okay. Let's try out these new patrols. So, Borg Multiverse, let's go in on Elite difficulty. We've got Out of Control in the Cytor system, and Unwanted Guest in Kinger. So let's try out Kinger. Oof. That sucks, Alan. Thank you, though.
Sincere greetings, my friend. Thank you for responding.
There's a giveaway in the promotions tab at the Zen store. You have 12 days to claim, or 14 days. I don't even have the light on. How is the lighting so far? It's fine. Yeah.
The mycelial barrier in this system is particularly thin. Because of this rarity, indeed, the Borg have returned. We were able to thank you.
We're gonna go through and
ready to fight at your side.
Ooh, a little bit of lag. Let's turn NetGraph on. Go FPS.
Reporting in. Operational status red.
You must close the vortex as soon as possible. We cannot.
That's a really cool visual right there.
Enemy vessel on an attack vector. The enemy has sent reinforcements. You are clear to close the vortex now.
Rear shields failing.
Well done. The vortex at your position has been
I'm gonna drop a
secured.
trait to try that new one. Let's do Field Await. I'm gonna drop this for Drakumani Salvage Claim. This is the new lobby trait. When I defeat a foe, there's a chance of me getting some extra rewards. And when you defeat a foe or cruiser rank or higher, there's a 50% chance of receiving additional EC or commodities. Okay.
Indeed, you may.
We just gotta close a bunch of portals here.
Enemy fleet
Ebony?
approaching your position.
Under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Do not waste any time. Close the vortex while you can. Sensors indicate the vortex at your...
Return to the Harmony. I didn't see if I received any other items there. Here for the Typhoon. Yeah, I'll be taking a look at that
The
soon.
harmony has been restored to battle ready, sadly.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Together, we will defeat these bio beings and their stolen vessels.
Target's shields have failed.
We must remain united to defeat the Borg.
Integrity below 75%.
We will not let the Borg prevail.
If the new trait deletes items,
We
ooh,
shall
that'd be rough.
victorious.
Nah, I don't think it would do that.
Target's shields have failed. Left shield's failing.
The Borg seek to decimate this universe, as they did with ours, but we will stop them.
4 shields failing.
Remember, through unity, we are strong. These
Yeah, this
Borg
is
are
the same map as
connected
Ninth Row, yeah.
which is why they never fail to underestimate us.
4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
For the build I'm using, it's the same one I posted in the CasualSAB Discord. Dan, how's it going?
Victory is within our grasp. Eliminate any remaining Borg vessels. Close that remaining vortex, now!
I mean, that patrol's not too bad. That was a wave one that took 4 minutes. That got me 1 daily progress. I saw the trait kicking off, and it was giving me like 300 to 400 EC. So nothing super crazy. I want to be able to claim the loot, but I can't even spam B because the NPC's right here, and it wants to talk to them instead. Yes, that's I believe that's what I heard. Answer Hail is at the top, so like picking up this loot is rough. And by the way, guys, if you didn't see, there is an upgrade weekend starting Thursday. I'll be recapping everything in a news video either later today or tomorrow. But for those of you on console, you'll also be getting a lobby and key sale starting up on Thursday. The other patrol is about the same duration. Okay. We're going to try that one next. Again, I do have the new trade on, Drew Kamani Salvage Claim, just to see what I get from it. But it seems like the EC amounts are rather small right now, and I haven't paid attention commodity-wise, but looks like I did receive a few. Check them. Yeah, it would be nice if loot actually like auto picked up. The other thing some of you saw me complaining about this, is it'd be nice if like all your captain abilities, all your rep clickies, like if all that stuff would actually reset upon entering or leaving a map. Damn, I've been trying to do solo runs recently, and it's just such a waste of time. Like I get out of an attempt, and I have to sit here just above like New ROM or whatever, waiting like 3 to 5 minutes for quantum singularity, anti-time, and all those to tick back down to 0. Do I see any of this changing anything as far as the DPS chasing meta? No. Nope. I mean, the trait here is basically good for more casual play. I mean, this is a trait that you just slot and you're getting resources from. It doesn't look like it's that much, but you know, if you're on a build and you're just farming content that has lots and lots of enemies, you know, over time you're gonna get a nice chunk of resources from that, I'd imagine. Yeah, with me in space, my control key is rebound to something else. Character unlock, it looks like, Dwayne, so you do need to go through and claim them on each character. Again, for anyone that is just stopping in now, there's 2 new giveaways on PC. They're in the promotions tab of the Zen store, and you do have 2 weeks to claim these on PC. It's a Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle outfit and the Vulcan Bob hairstyle. You've got 2 weeks to claim those, and you need to claim them on every character you want them on. Yeah, Jupiter class has remastered skin. Yeah, I haven't even went over the patch notes yet, but there's a lot there. Good point. Right control. Yeah. Am I the only one that doesn't trust the Ethereans? I think the majority of people don't trust the Ethereans. Jay, how's it going, Avrod? I like the poll results, Spencer. Very helpful for you. You're not wrong. They were not what I expected. Okay. Let's try the other patrol now. So that was Unwanted Guest. Now let's try Out of Control. Yeah, and again, there's a bunch of new lobby stuff from Lower Decks that has not yet been announced.
Sincere greetings, my
But it is live right now.
No nearby threats have been identified. Observe. Hostilities have taken place here recently.
The Typhoon buyout starts at 6,000 Zen and goes down by 150 per point of progress.
This debris originates from another universe.
This map,
The Harmony has detected Iconian life signs nearby.
should be able to get some nice
Observe.
thumbnails from this map.
The Iconian vessel. We are being hailed by the in an unstable energy gateway. Indeed. The vessel's communication systems should comply with our remodulation.
Jason. Thank you. Thank you for the 10, Jason. Get that put in here. This patrol is the worst.
Well
Cannot
done.
AFK it. Oh, cutscene. Board cube there with some funky stuff going on.
Struggle. Surrender immediately and prepare for assimilation.
The Borg have returned once again. Their violent ways are recognizable despite their altered form. We must not allow them to decimate the Iconian starship.
This gateway is interfering with our ship's technology. With the Harmony's help, we can fix it.
Something did a lot of damage to me there.
Afraid, predictable, defective, deficient, organic. Your weakness is palpable.
Massive energy spike detected.
Assimilation is inevitable.
Thought I just jumped. Or did I hit the wrong one? I hit the wrong one.
Core shields failing.
The Borg are firing! We have isolated the gateway's emissions. Begin stabilization. Victory is near. Do not give up.
So if you pay attention to the bottom, well, I guess you guys can't see it, but every now and then when I do get a kill, it is giving me like some random loot.
Core shields failing. Right shield
Massive energy spike detected.
That is
Success.
from that new trait.
core shields failing.
The gateway has been closed. Success.
Power has been diverted from our shield generators to life support.
The Borg are firing.
The Bowman will need to keep a safe distance for now.
Massive energy spike detected.
You just have to fly out of the explosions there.
We have outmaneuvered our enemy.
I'm
The
missing.
Borg are firing.
Okay, just have to wait for them to fire again. The weapons from the
Victory
event
is
reward
near.
are pack of 8
Do
weapons.
not give up. The Borg are engaging their warp drive. They are disengaging.
Fusion cube. That is by far the fastest patrol for this event, and if you do that twice a day, that would be your daily progress. Anyone else have the problem that the Nova 1 is bound? I haven't heard anything. I just don't think that's a ship that most are going to go for. Yeah, I mean that
We
was
are
a short
being
patrol.
hailed. The Alliance may success find you in all.
Yeah, FTG, yeah, potentially. But I have not seen the fusion cube yet. But you know, I've run this trait for 2 patrols now, and I haven't seen a single contraband drop. Ed, the server went up early. There's a bunch of new lobby items. There's a giveaway up in the promotions tab of the Zen store. 2 of them you have to claim per character, it looks like. The Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle and the Vulcan Bob hairstyle. You've got 2 weeks to claim them on PC. And yeah, there's a bunch of new ground gear from Lower Decks, new costume. There's a badgy ground non-combat pet. It's in the TFO. Okay. Let's go take a look now at the TFO. This is Royal Flush. And this is a normal difficulty queue, so I am going to swap ships here. Because the build I'm on is designed for elite content, and it's just going to not be as effective for that lower difficulty stuff. So let's go to something immersive. Let's do the Excelsior. Proton console is slow off the Typhoon, is what Pfizer's saying to me. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to swap to a Fire at Will loadout, and we're going to go into the brand new TFO. This is Royal Flush. That's what I'm hearing, Prometheus. I haven't seen any official confirmation yet, but there's a lot of this stuff that Cryptic and Deca haven't even actually put out the announcement for quite yet. AoE is needed. AoE is needed for most content. That's why DPSers hate Beam Overload and Rapid Fire so much and Surgical Strikes. It's because the vast majority of content in this game is AoE focused. And if you're not bringing AoE, it can be a bit rough. Okay. Yep, I'm on Fire at Will. Expect terrible play. I gotta live up to the casual name, okay? I'm gonna put the Drek. Why is that briefing time so long? That is such a long briefing timer. Let's just... I'm just gonna drop... training for now. Yeah, when you're up in space on PC in a non-combat map, there's just a button right on the on your main page here for your character and your build, where you can swap ships at the bottom left. The Chosen, I have no idea.
Clear Unit Complex Alpha, so our planet killers can arrive safely.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The planet killers are arriving.
Okay, so we just got to keep blitzing through here. Yeah, I need something with a bit more speed for this.
Target shields have failed.
The tactical view in Delta has been destroyed.
Shields
Destroy the emitter.
Right shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Yep, definitely want AoE here.
The octahedron at Eta has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter.
Gotta get to these other ships.
The tactical cube at Beta has been destroyed.
Yeah, definitely want
Destroy the emitter.
more speed than what I've got right now.
Is under attack.
Yeah.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
An Undine ship has been rescued. We are grateful. The tactical cube at Gamma has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter.
They got that emitter.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Alright, I'll catch up on chat here in a moment.
We are grateful.
I'm currently flying the Legendary Excelsior. Fun fact, if you have a build for the Legendary Excelsior, it basically applies to the Connie 3 and the Legendary Sovereign also, because they're basically the same ship.
Target shields have failed.
The octahedron at Epsilon has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter.
Ship is under attack.
An Undine ship has been rescued. We are grateful.
Target shields
Mark Twain outfit is good.
The octahedron at Zeta has been destroyed. Destroy the emitter. A number of cubes have arrived at Unit Complex Gamma. Destroy them.
rear shields failing. Right shields failing. Warning. Ship is under attack.
Strange. The cube has gone inert. Its movements are irregular. Stay alert.
Target shields have failed.
Ignore the inert Borg cubes. Focus on those that are active.
Target shields have failed.
TFO on Elite will be interesting.
Lower shields failing. Right shields failing.
Oh,
Left
We have
shields
analyzed
failing.
your tactics. We have adapted. We are bored. Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
that was good animation.
Ship is
The
under
cubes have fused together. We must destroy this monstrosity.
lower shields.
This huge cube is split into 8 sections, each with its own power source and shield. These sections must be shut down individually.
An EPG build is just absolutely going to destroy this.
Shields failing. Right shields failing. Left shields failing.
Like my beams don't want to follow my my auto
We
fire
must leave
commands.
the area.
Yeah. Yeah, an EPG build will absolutely just destroy that.
An operation well done. The force
There we go. So, I mean, the fastest way to get your daily done is going to be to do, at least for me, was to do Out of Control. You do that back to back, and that's going to get you your 2 points for the day. That looks like that would take you probably about 5 minutes, depending on, you know, how capable your build is. If you want to go the TFO route, this or Resistance to Starbase 1 both seem fine. This should be faster than Starbase 1, so long as you go in with an AoE heavy build like Fire at Will, CSV, you're going to get through this pretty fast, so long as you have a fast moving ship. Why do the Undines sound so robotic now? Oh no. Firebrand, how's it going? Unwanted guest takes like 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that is the new patrols and the new TFO. Now let's take a look at the Typhoon. And again, thank you for helping get that funding goal hit so quickly. So I've got the Typhoon now. I need to go to the ground and level it up. The pulse phasers, for those curious, these drop similar to how we saw prior weapon packs from events drop, where you can click on each one and select the weapon you want. So if you want 5 dual heavy cannons and then 3 turrets, you could go in and do that. You want to grab 8 beams, you can do that. The weapons are 1 times claim though, and you can move these between your characters. And a reminder, there's an upgrade weekend starting this Thursday. Oh, it is 8 packs. It's 8. Deal. Much appreciated. Okay, I'm gonna head to ground and we're gonna set up the Typhoon. Lewis, how's it going? I'm gonna go and apply the first X upgrade over on my Jemadar because I just got a the T6X upgrade. I Didn't realize I had one sitting in a box over there, so I'm going to use that real quick. So let me just reclaim this, make sure it is reclaimable. Claim rewards, Typhoon. Again, the pulse phasers are 1 times reward. You don't get to reclaim them. Let's open that up. Yeah, the no Omni or Wide Arc choices, that's standard because they still want there to be an incentive to open the actual pulse phaser weapon packs from lockboxes. The issue is if they gave an Omni as a reward, it would destroy, that part of the weapons market. You have to get the pulse phaser Omni the old way. Yeah, Singo, I would imagine that's just like just a bug or something. You'd think it would be an account wide unlock. Okay, so Typhoon. I'm going to rename this the Typhoon. Why do I name ships the name of the ship nowadays? Because I've just got too many. Like, a lot of ships. Ronnie, how's it going? Okay. So you guys probably saw Thomas did say on Twitter, and I think I talked about this either on a video or a recent stream, but for the Typhoon here, you cannot use the old pieces from the original version. This is, model-wise, this is just an entirely new thing. So do not go in expecting that you're going to be able to make this look like the OG Typhoon, which didn't have great textures anyways. This is a significant upgrade versus it. Yeah, Mike, they have a really high drop rate. I think it's like 16%. Yeah, the weapon packs they drop all the time. USS Cruiser, I know. Yeah. Don't like the deflector. I think it looks cool. The thing that is a shame, when Endeavor had mentioned this to me the other day, there's really nice dual cannon firing points on this ship right at the side of the hull here. You could see it right in there. Let me zoom in. Set region FOV around 15. Okay, so right on the side of the hull here is some shots or some places where the dual cannons would fire from, but the dual heavy cannons, which is what everyone will actually use, they don't fire from those spots apparently. Yeah, I do like the nacelles here. That's a cool design. And by default, it does have the Odyssey appearance or the Odyssey material. Now that NX color scheme looks cool. Yeah, that's a neat color scheme right there. Advanced. No, you can't change anything. You can, of course, swap the bridge to any bridge you want, and as many of you know, the Suliban interior is the best interior, so I will make sure to use that. Yeah, it's a good-looking ship. Now let's build it out. I did not mean it that. Yeah, the Jupiter remaster was part of the patch notes. I know. I have not looked at the patch notes on stream so far. How does it look from the rear? Looks fine. Okay. I'm going to be building this ship out. If you want to, fly by it and take a look at it, I'm just going to be right at New ROM number 1. If you want to, fly by and see it in person. I am going to build this out. So the Suliban Cell ship is a nice compact freighter interior. But the Suliban Cell ship interior also has access to some unique duty officer missions, which can get you duty officers that would traditionally drop from the Romulan Survivor duty officer packs. So that bridge you could use to farm EC, basically. It's a slow process. The DOF missions take like 5 days, and you have to do them in a specific order in order for them to all be able to be able to be activated. But you can easily get your money back. So I know I have to go phaser on this, otherwise people will be very upset. Mike, why do veteran players have multiple characters? You can play on a single character, but by far the biggest disadvantage for someone to be on just a single character is that you're going to be bottlenecked with your dilithium refinement. So you're allowed to refine at base 8,000 dilithium per day per character. And if you happen to have just one character, you can only do 8,000 a day. Now, the dilithium ore, that's all on a per character basis. So if you have multiple characters that you're trying to do dilithium on, you do have to actually farm the dilithium on each of them. But by having multiple characters, and especially if you're just doing Admiralty doffing on those other ones, you can farm much, much more resource-wise. There's also, if you want to play around with the different classes, the different races, the different factions, there's a different storyline for the various factions early on. So if you want to experience, more of the story side of the game, then you'd want to have, multiple characters. Yeah. Looks like a Vesta from that angle. Yeah. So again, if you guys want to take a look at the Typhoon, I'm sitting above New ROM number 1 right now, right near the spawn. So if you want to see what it looks like, I'm over there. I'm just gonna get it built out. Let's do. Yeah, the recruits. Yep, good point. Yeah, it looks good. And remember too, the first thing you should do whenever you get a new ship is max out your weapon power. And then nowadays I put the rest into auxiliary. You want to have your weapon power maxed out so your weapons do more damage. I saw some of the DMs, let me check again. Sizer is saying that the console can do massive amounts of damage to a target if you're like parked right up against it. Okay, I'm gonna have to play with that. But it's slow against stuff that's far out. But really impressive close out. That's good to know. Thank you for the testing there, Sizer. Yes, hide the disco shield. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna do phaser. Do phaser CSV on this because that's what people want. The people want phasers. And if I put another plasma build on a fed ship, I feel like some of you would be very unhappy with me. Okay, so I've got radiolytics and sensor links here. Yeah, this is a full spec ship. This ship is legitimately not that far off of some promo ships we've had. People want phaser beam overload. That's rough. Phaser beam overload hurts my immersion. Too bad it doesn't have an experimental slot. Yeah. $4.4 mil damage out of it? Damn. Yeah, that's good. How big is it? You can see it here next to Voyager, Chimera, Dalkina, Jupiter, and is that the remastered Jupiter skin? Oh no. It's a mid-size ship, I'd say. 20% bonus Zen is live on Arc now? Good, good. Any builds for the Typhon incoming? For the Typhon, I assume you mean the Typhoon. I am still working on, or looking at doing like a theory craft video for it. Okay. Back to building this thing out. All the isomags. Yeah, the Epic sale is still on till the 22nd, I believe. And of course, if you're buying Zen through Epic, please use code CasualSAB at checkout. The Nova ship, Dan, I have no intention on getting the Nova 1 because I think it looks underwhelming. Can you claim multiple ships with the Epic event token? The Epic token from the event, you can choose a different ship per character. I hardly see your ship now with everyone else visiting. There's a few people here, it looks like. Okay. Let's see, what else do I want to do here? I'm going to do Valdor. And the console and trait. So here's the trait: piggyback launch tubes. When firing any torpedo weapon, it launches a microcharge that deals some kinetic damage. And the console, went over this earlier in the stream, but it's protonic snare projector. Passives on it are plus 28.5 starship projectile weapon training and projectile shield pen. And this has a clicky on it that apparently has a bit slow travel time, but it creates an energy net that expands as it travels up to 10 kilometers in your facing direction. But it can do a lot of damage apparently to foes that are right in front of you. The phasers are the pulse phasers that come with the event are account bound. You're getting 8 boxes, and You can choose a different thing per box, but they are all bound to count. They are one-time rewards, so you don't get to reclaim them. You delete them, you lose them. You do get to pick a different thing per box. So if I wanted to open one set of pulse phasers, you know, it's like dual heavy cannons, you know, then get some turrets, you can do that. You get 8 boxes, 8 picks. Okay. And for the last console here, we'll just do the Excelsior 2 one. Everyone enjoys seeing that. Bill, how's it going? Mike, I have no idea yet. I haven't leveled it up yet. Okay. I need to change some traits here. Let's get... I guess I could put Immolating Phase Lance on. Okay, so I'm actually going to drop the Excelsior 2 console, just put Immolating back on. Immolating Phaser Lance off the Deimos. Traits are good, station-wise. We can get a bunch of uncons on here. I need to get timeline claps for this bridge officer. First powder weapons 3. I mean, that's fine for now. Chronometric, Heisenberg. I need to get timeline claps, and then this can be immersed powered engines. We're going to ignore the command seating. Do CSV2, attack pattern beta 1, chemocyte 1, and then I'll do beam overload 1 and actually do chemo 2 there. Then over here, I'm going to do torp thread. And then here, I'm going to do scramble sensors and Gravlaw. What Omni is in the rear? It is the Pavin Omni from the Pavo event that happened earlier this year. The Pavo Omni on a cannon scatter volley or fire at will build, it does an absolutely insane amount of damage because of the proc it has called Resonance Shock. So if you don't have that event done and you're looking to get some, you know, event campaign progress, you know, buy that event out. It is worth the $25 because that is the best Omni beam in the entire game. The Pavin Omni from the Pavo event earlier this year on a CSV or fire at will setup, that is, again, that is the best Omni beam in the game. I don't know how the trade is. I haven't leveled the ship up yet. The reason the Pavin Omni is so good with like a CSV setup is because when you use a cannon firing mode, it gets the beam firing mode equivalent for the same uptime. So if you have CSV 3, it's getting FAW 3 for the entire time your CSV is up. Really powerful. I need to go to ground and train Timeline Collapse 3. The Lorca set is fine. I do think, you know, especially at a beginner to medium range build level, that set is really good. If you're doing really high-end stuff, like if you're someone that's pushing, you know, more than 1 million, 2 million DPS, you can look at dropping the Lorca set. But when you get up to that performance level, you know, dropping some of the items that are often thought of as staples, like emergency weapon cycle, the disco 2-piece, like that starts to become a viable option at that 1 to 2 mil plus performance level. But below that, I would absolutely keep those items on. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people trying to get on and claim the items. So it doesn't surprise me at all if there's some issues with the Zen store right now. Okay. A little bit of lag here in system space, I see. Save this. And I need to get my tray sorted out, so let's do that here quick. I'll have the ship visible here in the center for you guys. And I'm just going to get my trays all sorted. The reason I'm running beam overload and torp spread, even though I am not actually like benefiting from those weapon wise, is I'm going to use the cultural conquest trait off of the World Razor. And the thing with cultural conquest is when you hit these firing modes, it's giving you 25% cat 1 per. So I'm getting 25 from CSV, 25 from beam overload, and another 25 from torp spread. And then with cultural conquest off the World Razor, when I deal damage to foes that have debuffed, dotted, or controlled me, that goes up to a 50% buff instead of 25. So that trait, just with those 3 firing modes, can give me 150% cat 1 damage buff. The impression Sizer, so the impression Sizer has of the trait from the Typhoon so far is that it's not good. What is the fastest TFO for the new Typhoon event? One of the patrols is really fast to do back to back. So out of control, if you do that twice, it takes like 2 minutes of time, so you can get done in under 5 minutes. If you want to get it all done in one go, though, then Royal Flush or Resistance to Starbase 1 are both fast. Yep, Michael. Yeah, there's two new items to claim in the promotions tab of the Zen store. Yep. I don't even use the Pavo 2-piece. It's just the Pav and Omni on its own with a CSV or Fire at Will setup does a lot of damage. Okay, I'm going to get this build set up here, so just bear with me. I'm going to focus on this and ignore chat for a moment. Just want to get this done as fast as I can for you guys. Weapon system on here, so I remember to hit it. Okay. Yeah, again, if you want to see the Typhoon, I'm just sitting above new ROM number 1. I'm just getting this tray taken care of real quick so we can hop in and actually try the Typhoon out in some combat. Okay. You know, my initial impression is the new lower deck stuff is probably, you know, more on the more for the fun side of things rather than performance. I would say to at least wait until, you know, later this week before you go in and use your lobby on any of the new stuff. So many pets. What is my third side console? This is the Vovin off of the or the subspace fracture tunneling field off of the Vovin Obelisk carrier, the summer event ship console. Okay. Just double checking traits. Looks fine. The Pavin Omni on a CSV or Fire at Will build, that is the best Omni. The Pavin Omni from the Pavo event that happened earlier this year. So if you missed that event, that buyout should still be available. Boimler is crashed market-wise. I would suggest if you're looking at converting your Lobby to EC that you consider some of the other Lobby traits out there. For instance, Space Explorer is a great gig. I believe that one generally has a higher return rate than Boimler because so many people just default to Boimler that the Boimler market is heavily saturated. So those other traits generally will have a bit more opportunity to profit from them. Captain Cisco, thank you for the sub over on Twitch. Very much appreciated. Yeah, okay, let's take this into some content. I want to start off by leveling it up, so I'm going to do an Elite Argala. Whenever I level a ship up, I just go into an Elite Argala. One pass of that will have my ship leveled up to Mastery 5. Is the Obelisk console good? It is insanely busted. It is so stupidly powerful. If you don't have the Vovin, then get that with your Lobby. Like, that is a game, like, meta-changing console right there. If you don't have it, get it.
Target's shield has failed.
That's a disadvantage using some of these temporal abilities like Heisenberg. Is they can do what you just saw there. Spread the Heisenberg can make the target teleport to outside of your firing arc.
You have entered. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
4 shields failing. Target's shield has failed.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers. We will not go quietly. You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideouts. We do what we want, where we want. Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance. I'm taking you with me. That's got them. Excellent work.
There we go.
We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector.
Those weapon
We
points.
recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity.
Yeah, so the thing with the Vovin console, there is a way to use it without actually teleporting. So like the way that I have it set up here, and I went over this in the video where I talked about the meta impact of the Vovin and the Credence, but there's a way to use it on yourself without actually teleporting, which is what you just saw me do right there. And I explained how to do that, how to set up the control settings in that Vovin and Credence meta breakdown. Demo, I did that about 40 minutes ago. I am just using sensor linked. Basically, when you're looking at like what is the best phaser, you know, when you're not looking at beam rays, which have the advanced, when you're looking at, you know, like cannons, what are the best phasers? Well, obviously you've got the Terran. The Lobby wide arc is also pretty good, but for most situations, you're going to be looking at, you know, I think right now people are looking at radiolytic or sensor linked as like the best min-max combo. Radiolytic is good. It averages out to 7.5% Cat 2 for the effect that it has, which is pretty good. It's not that far above your average phaser, so if you already have like a set of epic phasers, there's no need to rush out and grab radiolytics or sensor linked. But if you were min-maxing and going for every last little percent, then you could do those or sensor linked. Sensor linked will come out ahead of radiolytics if you're at a very high crit chance level, like around 90 to 100%, because sensor linked are giving you weapon amplification skill, which is crit severity, and your crit severity, that's cat 2 damage also. So if you're at a high enough crit chance level, that crit severity can outperform what radiolytics offer on average. I'm gonna have to try that. It sounds like the console off the Typhoon may be extremely powerful in some situations. What is radiolytic? They're like the Picard season 3 phasers, right? Like they released in the same lockbox that had the Deuter stat. Yeah, the issue with Sensor Linked is they're blue, yeah. Okay, let's leave this. Before I try the trade out, let's just do something with the Typhoon. Just, you know, fly the ship around, because if I'm trying to trade out, I'm going to swap ships. I need to, if I want to try the trade out, I need to swap over to a proper torp boat. And I forgot to put the console from the ship on my tray. So let me find what the name of this thing is again. Neptune's Snare. That is the ability name. Okay. So I'm going to save loadout. Yeah, it's so radio linked versus sensor linked. That just really boils down to where your crit chance is. If you're at a lower crit chance level, like if you're below like 80% crit chance, then probably just go radiolytics. But if you're over 80% and you're looking to min-max, you know, I probably would lean towards sensor linked. You know, the numbers there, that's just a guess. I don't have any hard data like for where that cutoff point would be. But yeah, there definitely is a point where sensor linked will outperform radiolytics. Look, Voven is my first carrier ship. How should I build around them? You know, the current meta for carrier builds is, or one of the metas, is to just go with Type 7s and just focus on, you know, the carrier itself. Like, just focus on the carrier like you would a normal ship and use the hangar bays for Type 7s to get the debuff. I haven't even looked at the news. There's still no announcement of the new lobby items. They've only announced the bonus set. Okay, so the lobby announcement will pop up then in probably 32 minutes. Okay. We're going to take the Typhoon into some content here. Let's just take it into the classic ISE. If there's somebody in a tank that wants to join that queue, that would be greatly appreciated. Oh, first carrier. If it's your first carrier, you're not going to have the carrier toys you'd need to really maximize, you know, the hangar pet side of things. So I'd say take a look at picking up the Iwani from the C store as fast as, you know, as soon as you can. Do I think Cytorp is viable on this ship, missing the secondary reflector? To be honest, a lot of the high-end Psy stuff right now, especially when you're looking at like solo records, is being done on ships without a secondary deflector. People aren't even using things like spore-infused anomalies anymore on some of the more recent EPG stuff. So I think you could definitely do a Cytorp style setup on it. It's not what I recommend for this ship. You would have to make some sacrifices, but I think you could do it. Dylan, glad to help. The Type 7s are off of the Iwani command carrier in the Zen store. The Iwani is a ship that dropped earlier this year. It's pretty much a ship that everyone should have, and I'll tell you right now, for my upcoming top C store ship list that I'm doing, that is ship number 1. Like, that is more important than the Arbiter now. That's more important than every other ship in the Zen store for you to have.
The situation is grim.
Like, that is ship number 1. Do I have ship of the line on here? Probably. None of these ships look like a tank, oh boy. There's going to be another infected going right now that's got like 5 tanks.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transfer.
We're off to a good start. Everything's misfiring. I don't even have my parser up. This is a slow start. Okay. Moving over to the left.
The nanite probe can repair the transporters. Stop them. Probe is closing in on a transport. Destroy it.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us.
So slow.
Shields and await assimilation.
Core shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Core shield failing. Rear shield failing.
Okay. I did have a parser running. I just forgot to have real time up. Let's take a look. Barely mill. 17-1. How's it going, man? Yeah. So if you're in my Discord or the builds Discord, I posted the EPG build I was messing around with on the Talaru. That's based on what Neojet and Parrot have been doing with some side carriers recently, and it's just crazy. Like, if you look at solo ISC on the tables right now, like there's not many people that have done that, but like it's all EPG for the most part. Like Breath of the Dragon, Stabilized Proton Eruption, Breath of the Dragon, Breath of the Dragon. I got a lot out of Agony, it looks like there, but it is a side carrier meta at that level. Is far CSV better? If a ship can run cannons and it can do cannon scatter volley, CSV will always win out performance-wise. Because of Fire at Will's uptime issues, the fact that it has that longer 20-second min cooldown, and no good extender, Fire at Will is always going to fall behind Cannon Scatter Volley. How's the red matter capacitor? Red matter's fine. I don't really use it much anymore, but it's still good. Is a single pulse phaser. So it's something to remember when it comes to weapons. is that the 2.5% proc on weapons, it basically is irrelevant. You know, these pulse phasers, they've got a 2.5% chance to give you some resistance and to give you resistance and take, you basically steal resistance from your enemy, but that's a 2.5% proc. They're basically irrelevant. If you see a 2.5% chance proc on a weapon, just ignore it. Don't even think about it when you're evaluating, you know, the weapon itself. So really what you need to look at with a weapon is, do you like the sound? Do you like the visual? The procs on them do not matter. Too many people waste so much EC, you know, buying like agony phasers, for instance, when it's a 2.5% proc on them, that barely is going to do anything. El Patron, congrats on the T6 ship there. Yeah, the 2.5% chance just doesn't matter. Mike, when you cloak, your allied players can still see you. Enemies cannot unless they have enough perception to see through your stealth. I'm going to drag chat over just to get caught up here for a moment. Watch Neptune misalign with your nose too far through a transformer. The parser will automatically detect it if you're uploading through Oscar or CLA. Do I think the Typhoon would make a decent Torp side build? I think you can do it. I don't know if it's going to be the most effective option for that. That's not a playstyle I mean, I do a lot of Psi Torp stuff, but in a very different format, so I don't know. YouTube ad interrupt on both phone and PC at the same time. If my ship is a beam build but has one cannon in the front, is it worth slotting both FA and CSV if possible? Yes. People can accept that it's all the same, it doesn't matter what you use. Yeah, exactly. It's the same way for damage types too. Like Tetrion, Polaron, you know, all these other variants, they get a lot of hate. But, you know, at this point, the amount of power creep we have, and even with the beam and cannon isomags, you can run a rainbow build if you want. Like, people are so focused on disruptor, phaser, plasma, anti-proton, you know, as like the top damage dealers. But you can still do Polaron, get really high numbers. On the last stream I had like 2 mil with a themed Jemadar Polaron set up on the bug ship. Tetron can be viable. Like, everything can be viable. You just have to build into it right. There is no new lobby ship. Yeah, the Agony tooltip is broken. It's misleading people. Which Juggernaut array do I feel is the hardest hitting? The VOD Jug one or the World Razor? Watched a beam build but not understanding isomags. So like right now, I'm on a phaser setup with isomags. So you see how it's got the phaser modifier at the end? That's giving me 39.4% Cat 1 phaser damage. And then the isomag portion, yeah, it's isomagnetic plasma distribution manifold. The plasma in the name doesn't mean it's, you know, just for plasma. That is just the name of the console. You can still get your phaser modifier, cannon, beam, disruptor, whatever. Yeah, single target abilities honestly need a lot of attention in the game. The reason that DPS players trash beam overload, cannon rapid fire, surgical strikes all the time is just because they just aren't good performers. Bloody Rabbit, thank you for the follow. Between immolating Phase Lance or Gorn Hunter goodies, I mean, if you're going for the plasma setup, then the Gorn Hunter. There are other ways for you to keep UD up. For instance, the what's the name of the console? There's a crystal console that you can get from the Muds Market that is $20 during a sale, and you can use that crystal prism. You can use that to keep UD up. It doesn't do much damage wise, but it guarantees UD's up all the time. Because it has a 15-second recharge time. So Cat 1, yeah, that's just referring to where this damage buff falls into the damage formula. If something is just like right here, plus 39.4 phaser damage, that's going to be Cat 1. Whereas if it says, like with DPRM here, for the clicky, plus 40% bonus damage, that bonus is indicating that it falls into what we call Category 2 damage buffs. The damage formula in Stowe is a bit complicated. The reason why, if you go into like the builds Discord and ask, you know, which of these two items is going to be better for me, people can't give you a straight answer because there's so many variables that go into a build that we don't know what your build looks like. You know, we don't know what all the buffs you have going on in the background, what accolades you have done, what you don't that are giving you buffs. So it can be hard to tell someone if they need more Cat 1 or Cat 2 in, you know, in some cases. What did the new console do damage-wise? Let me check. I didn't get much from it, but I've seen other parses where it's doing a lot for people. I think I might need to try that on a size setup. Yeah, this is going to really depend on how you time it. Could I imagine if the player base, or how the player base would react if Deca did a combat overhaul? That'd be crazy. Again, for anyone tuning in just now, there is some new promos running in the Zen store on PC. So if you want to claim these, it's a Vulcan Cybernetic Bundle outfit and a Vulcan Bob hairstyle with accessory. You have 2 weeks to claim them, and they appear to be a per character claim, so. Did they remove the Gem EV suit from the C-store? No, it's right there. The Typhoon's good. The Typhoon's good. I mean, if you ignore the command and are just doing a basic do build on it, you can set it up pretty well here with a bunch of uncons. So right now I have Tractor Beam, Scramble, Gravwell, Eisenberg, Chronometric, and Timeline Clap. So that's 6 uncons, right? Watching it misfire bug as I fly? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Can you re-engineer the radiolytics? Absolutely. They're lockbox weapons. Okay, let's do some more content here. Let's fly the Typhoon around a little bit more, and then I'll swap over to a Torp setup to try the trade out. We're White Critter testing that out now. I'm just testing the ship and the console right now. Let's go into a Hive Onslaught Elite public queue. I have not tested the trade out yet, and I will be doing that on a Torp build here in probably 20-ish minutes. I am being told from Sizer that the trait is incredibly bad, so set expectations low. It seems like the torpedo trait is not good at all. Nicholas, if you're still here, I know that's disappointing news for you. And again, thank you guys for helping with the Typhoon buyout. I am going to take that off the screen just to clear it up a little bit. Solid ship to build for plasma. I mean, I've got plasma setups on both ships. Whatever you like flying. The Dalkina is my favorite, but I mean, you can make plasma work on pretty much anything.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
That form was fled. Weak. Fallible.
Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Target shield has failed.
Oh, things are dying so fast.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Here we go. Apparently, getting the Badgie combat pet is gamble based. You can get the combat pet, but you'll probably get one of the Vandy variants. Okay, there is a combat variant in there. I opened like 10 and didn't get one.
Rear shields failing.
I'm gonna have to open a few more of them now and take a look. Thank you everyone for joining that hive. That was very fast.
Destroy this vessel.
Let's take a look at that parse quick. Apparently, the Nova 1 is confirmed right now to be bound upon you choosing it from the box. So there's no Nova 1s on the market. And if you're looking to sell the Nova 1, you don't even pick it right now. Don't even pick it. Okay. Let's take a look at this parse. Can I upload the run? Yeah. Congrats on the record, Kembeck. Okay, analysis. Net Anchor did better there. Net Anchor did pretty good. 23k. Again, I think on a heavy setup, you would see a lot more from that. From what Sizer's telling me, with her test results, it looks like the console from the ship may become very popular for EPG loadouts. Okay, I want to see if there is indeed a combat badgie I can get here. So let's go out. Let's buy 10 of those. That's 800 Lobby. Damn, that's a really atrocious drop rate then. I don't want to burn too much Lobby on these, so this is going to be it if I get one. There we go. There is a combat one in there, but that drop rate is atrocious. If they are 300 mil on the market, that seems like they're underpriced. But yeah, there is indeed a Badgie combat pet. And by the way, guys, for all the new Lobby stuff, I will be doing a proper breakdown of them here in the near future. So this will be a video later this week looking at all the new Lobby items. Can Badgie be sold on the exchange? Yes, it can. Yeah, so that, I mean, honestly, I think I spent like 1,600 Lobi to finally get a Badgie combat pet. Like, that is an atrocious drop rate. The console off the Typhoon. If you use the protonic snare projector against a foe that is very close to you, it looks like it's doing a lot of damage. If the foe is further away, there's travel time, it won't do as much, but it, you know, if you're like point blank, it's doing a lot. Yeah, 300 mil seems a bit underpriced for that. To be honest, that is such an atrocious drop rate. You bought 6 and got it? So actually, no. Let's see, how many do I have here? Guys, that took me 26 of those packs to get a Badgie combat pet. That is 2,000 Lobi that I didn't even realize I spent. I spent 2,000 Lobi to get that. 2,000. 2,080 to get that Badgie combat pet. So that is your average, like, really rare drop rate for these Vandy pets. Guys, I just, my opinion, I think with that type of drop rate, 300 mil like that, the Badgie combat pet's going to end up settling a little bit higher, I feel. You got it to drop on your first try? That's rough, Lem. That is rough. Yeah. So the other Badgie, the non-combat ones, those will be a little bit cheaper. So there's three. There's a total of 4 variants in here. 3 are non-combat and 1 is combat. I don't know how good or bad it is yet. And I will wait for someone to do testing like in the builds Discord before I go through and do that purchase. Or I'd like open that, I mean. I'm just looking at something. Okay. So I want to try the console out from the Typhoon, but I want to try it out on a full proper EPG build. So I am going to swap I'm going to swap ships here. And I want to test something out quick. So I'm going to take the console off this ship and I'm going to swap over to my Talaru. Nice, Mike. Yeah, it's just that with some of these combat pets, when they have a really low drop rate like that, the price is like. The other thing is too is that these have a low drop rate, but also they're a higher price. You know, these are not as cheap as your normal Vandy pets. These are 80 or base cost of 100. Yeah, the numbers that I'm seeing from the trade are not super impressive. Yeah, Salty, if you're listening to me, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm dropping something into the news channel. Click on Bill's Discord. Okay. And let's publish that out to all following servers. There we go. That should be pushed out now. There. Chadwick, I'm hearing that you have to claim them per character. Salvo or F, the numbers I've seen from it look like it's really small, but I imagine like an account that is just sitting there farming like an infinite wave thing might be able to get a bit more from it. Kyle, much appreciated. How is the Vovan trait on a full tank build? It can do pretty well if you build into it. Okay, yes, my EPG build is on the Talaru. I posted this build in the Discord recently, but I am going to go in and try this out. So I am going to drop. The thing with this is like what to drop. Like every console on here does something beneficial. That's the issue. You know, just for this test, I'm gonna leave cutting on micro dark matter. Let's drop that, and I'm gonna put on the new Typhoon console. I'm focused on the space stuff first because space is what most people care about. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Kittimer and try this out. Map transfer failed because I swapped ships in space. Also, I posted this in the Discord last night, but for those of you interested in solo runs, I did use the Talaru build that you see here. I posted the build in the builds channel on the Discord and over on the EPG section in the builds Discord. But I did do a solo Kittimer Elite with this, completely flawless. So if you want to see that, video is up on the Discord. Oh, you're fine, sorry. The only ground I know of is the exchange.
You will be Borg.
What is the activation time on this console? I didn't even look. Instant? I forgot to swap specializations. Oh well. Neither are particularly that impressive, to be honest with you, so just go with whatever you have.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
Well, I REA'd myself through DPRM. Unfortunate. Well, there goes that test.
You will be Borg.
RE8 can do so much damage sometimes that it will nuke you. Or I play in FPS or RPG mode when I'm on the surface. RPG typically, I don't really do much ground content. I need to get the new kit modules. Yeah, let me grab the new ground stuff. That space test failed. So I mentioned this earlier, but one of the things that sucks is with this game, your abilities don't reset upon leaving or entering a map. So like I just, was trying to do that solo start of Kittimer, but for me to have all my abilities back, I would now have to wait 5 minutes. Such a stupid thing in the game. I wish they would do something about that. Yeah, that was a good showing. Yeah. I messed up, okay? I should have had Temp Strat on, because that would have kept me alive. Saw Gorn, Samuel Clemens, it made me laugh. Yeah, they teased that recently. Let me see if any of that showed up in the parts, though. It looks like I died before anything really had a chance to work. Okay. The fastest is, I think it's the Out of Control Patrol. Yeah, Out of Control, if you do that twice, that'll take you under 5 minutes. But if you want to just do a single TFO, then either the new one or Resistance to Starbase one, either are going to be about the same time. Still no blog about the new Lobby stuff? LOC, just playing around with the new content. There's a bunch of new Lobby editions. Got the Typhoon, so trying out the accessories from it right now. The trait from it is apparently really bad. Like, it's not going to be like even like a budget torp trait, it sounds like. But still just trying to play around with the other stuff. Okay, so I don't have the kit modules yet. You opened 30 badges and got 4? So my RNG is just really bad today. I'm getting screwed over on this. Slam Dunk, thank you for the follow. This is like laggy right now, this interface. Okay, I was worried there. I saw just crit H and damage crit H. Is like, didn't that have a damage mod? And this thing, okay, the lipstick baton, that is a device, cannot be upgraded. Okay. Sword of the Winter Constellation, yeah. You were here for the Badgie Gold Rush? Yeah, that was very painful. Okay. I'm going to go back into Kittimer. And I'm going to try and use that console again. Or actually, I could just do Start of Infected. Let's do Start of Infected. My Infected just came off cooldown. I just scroll all the way to the bottom. Hey, I saw a Reddit post about me having really good RNG.
The situation is grim.
So I want to try the console out, close range against the board cube here. If it goes well, I'll just carry over to the left side also. It should be turned on. I'll check here as soon as I get through this, Jason. It should be turned on. YouTube RNG.
We will add your technological and biological distinctiveness to our own.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Thank you.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Core shields failing.
Good so far. Go over to the left side.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Core shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
As I proceed to nuke myself with REA.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
Rear shields failing. Core shields failing. Right shields failing.
The reason I'm still going is just because I've done a lot of these recently, so if I can get a bit more data about this console, I'd have some sort of point of reference to compare it to. This is going to be a mess here, though. I think I've left a lot of loose.
You will become one with the Borg.
Core shields failing.
REA'd myself again. That wasn't that great of a run anyways, but let me get out of here and take a look at the numbers. That's most of the map done. Lobby announcements finally up. Lobby announcements finally up. Let's take a look. REA is rapid emitting armaments from the legendary Dodera decks. When you use Tractor Beam, it launches 3 hard-hitting plasma torpedoes. But if you're within 2 kilometers of the target, the torpedoes can take you out also. Okay, Dimensional Typhoon, and now we have the Badgie blog here. I like that thumbnail. Let's copy that. Let's get that. There we go. Which one's better? That one or this new one? I don't know. I'll worry about that later. Nick has taught me well, yes. I'm on PS5, so a bit behind. Been going around to the premonition for nostalgia purposes, but the Gemini Torp and Temporal Stasis Field just tops it off. Yeah, the Gemini console is really good. Vengeance. Easy so. It's gone. Okay, so bunch of new lobby items have been added. There's also the giveaway announcement here. So we already, yeah, everything here I've already taken a look at. There's the sword. On a Plasma Fob build, would the 3-piece ultimate be good? No, you should not be using the ultimate 3-piece anymore. The ultimate 3-piece is no longer like meta. You're better off with the POV and Omni. The POV and Omni will outperform the ultimate Omni and that 3-piece for pretty much every scenario. Yeah, the entire ultimate 3-piece is no longer needed. Okay, so I'm just skimming through here. When they talk about the Badgie variants, it is just 4 of them. The cost on them is pretty high. Then there's the Samuel Clemens outfits. Yeah, cool looking sword, yeah. I'm going to copy this link and put it in chat. Again, we've already looked at a lot of this stuff over the first like half hour of the stream, so there's the link to the blog if you want to look at the pictures a bit closer, but already talked about most of these earlier in the stream. Okay. So I wanted to go look at the parse now from that, just to get an idea of what that console did. Analysis. Look at that. On an EPG build, that came in second. That came above my Agony. It came in above Destabilized Proton Eruption. Came in above Breath of the Dragon. Even came in Bioelectric Wave did really bad there, but yeah, that's the console off the Typhoon. So on an EPG setup, that net anchor looks like it's really good. Okay, thank you, Jason. Yeah, let me take a look. That shouldn't be locked. There shouldn't even be a setting for that to be locked. Yeah, I don't see any setting like that for me to stop that. The console off the Typhoon is performing really well. Yeah, Jason, I just straight up I don't see anything. There it goes. Thank you, Jason. Much appreciated. Jason again. Thank you. Yeah, the Typhoon console on an EPG setup looks like it is extremely powerful. I didn't see anything. Like for the live streaming I did, everything should be like normal. Again, Jason, much appreciated. EPG. I tested this on my solo EPG Tolaru setup. Like, if you're point blank especially, it does a lot. It's really slow travel time, but point blank, it's slamming. And if you, what Sizer was saying is if you hit it on like a Borg pickle, and you have it go down the length of the pickle, it's just gonna annihilate it. Are isomegs with EPG any good for EPG builds? No. If you're doing a proper EPG setup in the current meta, it's basically all clicky EPG consoles. Yeah, Jason, again, thank you, man. Yeah, proper EPG in 2024 is every console slot is a different clicky. Org Pickle. It's Steven, just slower. Yeah, it probably could do well on Dusai also, yeah. Pickleborg, resistance is futile. Oh no. What have I done? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to swap over to a torpedo setup, and I'm going to try the trait. I need to craft more aux batteries. Science. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Okay, so I'm going to try the torpedo trait off the Typhoon now, but apparently everything I've been hearing is that it's not good. So temper expectations and expect poor performance. What the hell's the name of it? In Discord, hold on. Piggyback launch tube. So here's the numbers on it. When firing any torpedo weapon, launch a microcharge that deals X amount of kinetic damage. That damage is going to be based off of your weapons training and projectile training skills and any kinetic buffs you have. I don't have a Terran Eagle Torp set up, currently built out on my account. Steven, I put a buyout goal up at the start of this stream, and it was filled. Like, immediately. Pepsi, the impression I have is that it's probably going to just be bad all around. But we'll see. We'll try it out here and see what the damage is. Okay, I'm going to ground. I put it up. Cheops, blame Cheops, okay? Cheops told me yesterday when we were doing runs, put it up as a funding goal, and Cheops was like, Spencer, they will immediately want it. Okay, so I'm gonna do public queue, infected the conduit elite, and I'm going to take in this torpedo sticks and give it a try. It's all Cheops' fault. It is always because of Cheops. The pulse phaser weapon packs that you get from the event are account bound. It is 8 different boxes, so you can go in and pick, you know, if you want to have like 5 dual heavy cannons and 3 turrets, you can do that. There is no Omni, there is no wide arc available because they still have to have some sort of incentive for people to go out and open the normal weapon packs. But you can get the rest of your pulse phasers there. There's the pop. You got no kickback from this? Always blame Cheops. I have not. We'll take a look at that here after this. Just right now, I wanted to get through the space stuff because that is predominantly what most people care about. Yep, I did the new patrols, the new TFO, at the start of the stream.
The situation is grim. Begin.
I get to embarrass myself trying to find this thing. Something people really want to see. I'm on wrong specs.
You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and
Scanning the
technology.
nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Ship is under attack.
I mean, I'm so not used to doing this stuff anymore.
4 shields failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing.
Scanning the nanite transformer.
4
Done.
shields failing.
Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
Rear shield failing. Right
Look at all
shield
these
failing.
loose.
Left shield failing.
I'm gonna go to the other side and just get that dealt with.
Target shield has failed.
Oh no, I just man duped myself.
You will become one with the Borg.
4 shields.
I'm so rough with torpedo piloting right now.
Right shield failing. Four shields failing. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing.
So rough with this.
Four shields failing. Rear shield failing. Target shield has failed. Right shield failing.
I REA'd myself. No, my activations are rough right now.
Ship is under attack.
This is bad though. Like, I just am not used to flying torps anymore. Like, I embarrass myself whenever I pull out torp build now.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Yeah, 1.1. Yeah, the slots and services sale is live. It's a start your adventure sale, as expected. Like, even though this isn't like a full season, they're calling it a half season. So is it like 32.5 basically? So it's still like a content drop. I have no interest in relearning torpedoes. I fly a torp setup that is heavily specialized on a daily basis, pretty much, but I don't have to worry about too much of the micromanagement. Got to get the torp code running. Okay, how much did that trait do? I feel like if I start from the bottom, I might have a better... Oh, okay, never mind. There's so many things on this build. This is the typical torpedo parse. Just all the abilities. Piggyback launch tubes. 6.7k. That is For reference, that is less than a fifth of what my REA did. Actually, REA did more than that because there's multiple REA lines. Okay, so that didn't do good. It's barely, it's like tied with my Elite Type 7s, which are not good. The Type 7s don't do damage. The Type 7s boost your damage. Yes, that's really not impressive. The trait from the Typhoon, I think, is not going to have much relevance. Yeah. But the Typhoon itself, the console from the Typhoon, again, for an EPG or Deuside, you know, anything with EPG setup, that console looks pretty good. But the trait, I think that's an easy pass. Let's go back to the Typhoon and do some more content with it. How is the Cytor patrol supposed to work? You just have to keep dodging the red spheres. a casual SAB comedy video? Oh no. What happens with the Typhoon trade and the 2-second cooldown missiles? I don't know. Maybe it'll be better on a fast firing like Kelvin type torp setup. Maybe on a meme setup it'll do well, but on an actual like torp build, that didn't look impressive. Okay. I'm swapping back to the Typhoon. Let's do some content with this. You know, I'm feeling the Battle of Corfez. I hate this bug. Let me log out of the character and back in. My bridge officers just randomly decide to entirely disappear on me. Been happening at an increasing rate recently. Or no, I was going to check the ground stuff out, wasn't I? Okay. Sorry, I remember. Let me go back down to ground and let's look at the ground stuff. There was like a cutscene. It was a little bit of a wait. Death, it's giving you like hundreds of EC credits at a time. It's a very small amount. I mean, in theory, like over a couple years, you could probably get it to pay off, is what it seems like, the impression I'm getting, but you're not going to see like the trait paying itself off, in a week. Those badges you have to be slotted. Yuppers. And I'm guessing the baton does also. Oh, the baton, when slotted, will replace your default melee. And let's get the other kit modules on. So, what do I want to drop here? I don't really want to drop any of these things, but I guess Rally Cry. And let's just drop Ball Obelisk for now. Okay. We're going to go to Jupiter Station here. Do it on Elite. Rally Cries tackle only, yeah. Okay. I don't have any ground keybind set up right now. And my other... Okay, there's that kit module. Yep, Agamus is out. The gun I'm using is the Alachi Crescent cannon from... Oh, I gotta remodulate, rip. From the Lobby store. Get Badgie out also. Oh, there's a new melee weapon I forgot. I should probably try the new melee weapon out also. The baton doesn't really do that much.
Trapped in transporter room 1. Go get her.
Doesn't do anything apparently. It's not doing any damage. I've confused it and made the Borg drone Mark Twain. Who is now fighting for me. Let's get some Agamus drones out. So Agamus is launching Agamite drones, which are going around and doing some damage. I'm going to get myself out of red alert here so I can put the new melee weapon on. Sword of the Winter Constellation. Yep, let's use this here. That's only affecting a single foe. The melee weapon, like every melee weapon in the game, doesn't seem that impressive. Melee weapons in this game, sort of a meme. Yeah, and the thing is, this sword costs 200 Lobi, and it's absolutely not worth it. Like, this sword sucks. It's just the fact that it's 200 Lobi. Like, it's rough. It's in no way worth that.
You're clear to proceed. Get to the transporter room.
This is not good. Get Badgie out, doing Badgie things. There's Badgie. Okay, the Badgie's cool. The Badgie is cool. Look at that. Okay, I love that. That is by far the best thing I've seen today. Is Badgie running around and jumping on the back enemies and knifing them. That is, like, look at that. That is the best thing I've seen today.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Like, that is awesome. Poor Badgie. Badgie got defeated. Okay, the Badgie's awesome. It's just gonna be really expensive. Be ready to spend a couple $100 mil on it. The melee weapon is definitely a skip. Both melee weapons. One of them's not even doing damage right now, it seems. Does Badgie not do any damage? I will look at that in the parse here soon. Also, if you guys want to know how effective these kit modules are, they don't seem to be doing that much damage. But they're, again, it's more of the for fun aspect rather than, you know, performance. Does it do any damage? I don't know yet.
Damn, she's beaming out.
But as for how effective this stuff is, I mean, you know, if I go and hit my ball lightning, so like, you know, just to give you an idea on the power potential, it's not, this new stuff isn't doing a ton. I'm gonna let Badgie do his thing again. I'm gonna look.
Take down 4 drones to drop her shield.
I don't know where Badgie went. Okay, Badgie is doing damage. Badgie is doing damage.
Drop her shield.
Oh, she's still.
4 drones to drop her shield.
I shouldn't hit that early.
Shield is down. Now's your chance. Open fire.
Badgie's just jumping on her.
She's adapted. Eliminate 4 drones to make her vulnerable.
Yeah. Badgie is really cool. Badgie's really cool. What I want to see is, can I turn her into Mark Twain?
Take down 4 drones.
Looks like she's
Drop her
immune to
shield.
it.
Her shield is down. Now's your chance. Open fire. She's adapted. Eliminate 4 drones to make her vulnerable.
Yeah, the new stuff doesn't seem to be doing too much damage-wise. And she is immune to being turned into Mark Twain.
Take down 4 drones to drop her shield. Take down 4 drones to drop her shield. Her shield is down. Now
It's just not doing a thing there.
Janeway's down. Deal with any remaining drones while you can. Impressive work.
So there's
Starfleet intelligence is on
there's
the
a
way.
module that you can get that will turn your targeted foe into Mark Twain, and they'll go around and start to do damage to other enemies. It depends on the rank. If the target is commander rank and lower, the exceptional compromise kit module will disable and confuse them and cause them to do damage to other players or to other NPCs. And if the target is, where is it? Humanoid targets will be granted to. Oh, no, it is all okay. That's all ranks there. Okay, never mind. Just ignore what I'm saying. I can't read. She is immune to being turned into Mark Twain. Yeah, so there's a kit module that will turn your foes into Mark Twain, and then there's also a Lobby costume you can buy that will unlock the Mark Twain pieces. Sorry, I can't English right now or think. That was the longest Jupiter Station Elite I think I've ever been in. But let's take a look at the damage numbers. The sword's not good. It's not worth that much lobby. The Agamite drone, Agamite, however you pronounce it, that did really bad. Like that did next to no damage. The thrown knife proc off of the sword didn't really, I mean, it added like 8% additional damage. Badgie does almost no damage. Badgie did a whole whopping 2 damage per second. Agamite was weak, yeah. So the Badgie combat pet, it looks really cool, and it goes in a device slot, so, you know, the cost to use it isn't much. But the damage from Badgie is low. Agamite. What's my opinion on the new ship? The Typhoon's good. The console from it's really interesting for EPG based builds, and the trait from it doesn't really seem that impressive. Yeah, I mean, Badgie's disappointing damage wise, but I think most people are still gonna, you know, use it just because the visual's cool. Not the ground one, but I did try the space variant, and the drop rate for it isn't, or like the amount of stuff you're getting from it isn't absurdly high. It's really quite low. Yeah, 1701. I have used it, and I had a request to try that out with like an Adarian in one of the patrols where you can just sit there and farm the waves. So let me actually go in and just do that with the Typhoon. I'm going to go into an advanced. Let's just do an advanced 9th roll. And I'm going to, you know, just take a look, see what I get from the drop from it. Yeah, Gex, yeah. Good point.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking.
I want to take a picture of my EC here quick, just so I can see what I get, you know, throughout the duration of this fight. So, go. Answer hail.
Good to see you. We can't afraid. Take
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way, and the Shurgat will follow.
Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
These Gorn must be desperate if they're working for a Ferengi.
This doesn't concern you. Find something better to do.
Well,
Somewhere
there's good
else.
news and bad news.
Ah.
Deals changed, Ferengi. Those spores will be ours now.
You treacherous.
These little things are the Tholian crystals from the Tholian
Betrayed by
nucleating
the
warp
Nazis.
core, for anyone
Had to
wondering.
know that was coming, Modron.
Yep, this is, I'm testing the trait.
The nerve of some.
So I'm going to put my chat window here so you guys can see when I get any loot drops.
I'll add a cask of pre-supernova
Birmingham
Imperial
is ready
Romulan
for action.
ale.
Okay.
Warning, ship is under attack.
You're in my way. Get lost or die. Your choice. Your choice.
The new trait gives you resources and commodities when you defeat a foe. 3 Tula berries? Is my inventory filling with it fast? Not really. It's just based on defeating a foe.
They're down to a few ships. Keep up the pressure.
So, I started out this patrol.
Well fought indeed.
Let me mute this guy. I started out this patrol with 6,719,199 EC, and I ended it with about 2,500 more. It's going straight into inventory. So I got, from that one patrol, about 2,500 EC. And in my inventory, I got 6 shape-shifting lockets, 3 communication arrays, 3 Tula berries, 2 provisions, some medical supplies. I mean, you're not gonna instantly make your money back. Yawn? Yeah. The drop rate's really low. It's like the Orion pets, exactly. Okay, I need to step away for just a moment. But I'll leave you guys with a nice shot of the Typhoon here. And as for the trait, let me just pop that up on screen so you guys can look at it, what it does. Again, I need to step away for a few minutes here, so I'm going to put some text up on screen. AFK minutes. I'm going to put this text up on screen. I'll leave you guys with this view of the Typhoon. And let me get that back up. And I'll turn the webcam off. Okay. I will be back in a few minutes. Terrible. I'm sorry about that. Let me just see what questions did I miss in chat while I was AFK. Yeah, I mean, it's eating up a trait slot, and the drops from it are not that substantial, so... Yeah, I did not have a single contraband drop. Time to assimilate Spencer, terrible. How's the weather where I'm at the moment? 83 out. Is this a lockbox ship? No, this is the free event ship. I wasn't intending to buy it out, but I put a fund goal up at the start of the stream and said if it got filled, I'd buy it out and play with the ship day one. And it took less than like 3 minutes. Do I think we'll still get any Alienware Steel Series types of giveaways since it's not a new season? I don't know. I'm gonna have to start to wrap things up for now. I am gonna be working on, you know, recap videos, stuff like that. But if you guys have any final questions, I'm gonna play with the Typhoon a little bit more before I go. But the maintenance here just left the notice that they need to come in and inspect like the fire alarms and all that. So all that's going to be going off here in just a little bit, and I know you guys do not want to hear that. But yeah, Alienware Steel Series type giveaways, I'd like to see more. Jason, thank you for stopping by, and again, thank you for the 20 gifted. Much appreciated. So I am intending to do today, we'll get a news video out later this evening, you know, just recapping everything, that all the sales and events that are live now. And tomorrow I'll probably do like a deeper dive on the Lobby stuff. The thing to keep in mind, you know, when I'm looking at this stuff on stream, I know I can be a bit all over the place, but hopefully you guys understand, you know, when I'm trying to look at stuff and also keep up with chat, especially on a day like today where there was 330 on YouTube and like another 30 to 40 over on Twitch. Keeping up, you know, trying to keep up and engage with chat and also really look at some of the stuff very deeply, it can be a bit rough. You don't know what I want to hear? There is no new episode. But let's run some TFOs here quick while I have time. You know, let's do another infected with the Typhoon. See how it goes. Public queue infected elite for those that want to join. Infected the conduit elite. The Typhoon has no customization. 0. But yeah, news video today. Probably Lowy tomorrow, and definitely going to get some stuff out for the Typhoon. It seems like a very high demand ship, so I've been talking about doing build videos again. And I've got a couple other ships I want to do build videos for, but I think it would be advantageous for me to take advantage of the Typhoon. I just did an Elite Argala, or Wanted. Took the batteries out of my CO2 alarm because it just kept going off and was giving me a headache. Oh, that's terrible, Adam. Yeah, for leveling up ships, what I do if it's a ship that just goes up to Mastery 5 is just Wanted or Gala. It's second from the bottom of the list. Just one of those on Elite. Get you through the ship. The badgie animations are amazing.
The situation is...
Hello, Gibbs. Do a live fire alarm test.
And prepare to be boarded.
I'm on the wrong specializations too.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun.
Evasive misfire right away. What are these ability activations, bro? Look, what? Rob, I saw that. It looks just like you. I'm getting screwed by Boimler on top of it. Yeah, the issue with new events and any content drop for the game is the servers get worse, and that's pretty rough when the servers for this game are already bad most of the time. For as much money as this game costs, like the server performance is legitimately ridiculous. I did not mean to do that. There goes my flanking. Pretty sure my tractor beam just misfired. Yeah. Barely a mil. Yeah. Server performance is bad. That was rough.
Sensors confirm that the
Like, you could see the ability she did not want to activate. There's a California. You don't see them very often. You had a map transfer timeout while loading in. I know, Rob. Very surprising. I can't believe that there would be server performance issues in STO. That never happens. 20% lobby sales are somewhat common. It feels like there's almost one monthly at this point. The Typhoon looks like a pretty capable ship. Yeah, the Typhoon is a very capable platform. You know, again, this is a free ship that is basically promotional tier. This is a promotional quality ship that you're getting from this event. That's pretty damn good. This is a good ship. The Typhoon is a good ship. The console from it's good. The trait from it, not so much. But it is a fine ship. No, on the patrols window. So in the operations window, go over to the patrols tab, and at the very bottom, under all patrols, you should see wanted, second from the bottom. Okay, you're looking at task force operations. You need to look at the patrols for leveling up ships. Advanced or elite. I usually just do elite, but plenty of people do it on advanced and are typically fine with it also. She has no customization options. There's no parts that can be kit bashed here. You can change the materials, of course. This is, honestly, this is a better Kirk. I was a little bit hesitant to say that at first, but this is just a better version of the Kirk. It's about making the game more accessible because, this is a free-to-play title, and it's nice to have, a ton of paid users in here, but, you do still want to have you do want to have the free players also because they're boosting up engagement with all the activities. You want to have the game free to play accessible so that there's people in here that are queuing up for TFOs. You want people that have, that are getting something out of, grinding this content, rather than, just dumping money in, so that they're engaging with stuff and making it so if someone wants to play content, they can play it. Yeah, I'll go down to the ship, Taylor, and show you guys the Typhoon again. Whales need people to show off to. Well, the systems in the game also need the people that are in the game grinding stuff out. We need people that are grinding to lithium. But yeah, there's no customization for like the shape of the ship. Just materials. And I know some of you said you didn't like the Audi. You can do Type 8B on it. You do whatever. I thought the NX looked sort of interesting on it, the color scheme. I don't know about the deflector, but definitely the color scheme, just looks sort of interesting. Galaxy looks cool too. Let's see, how do the materials change the deflector? Does it have the Vesta pattern? Yepers. It does have the Vesta pattern, so if you want to do that and make it really colorful, if you're Trizander and you want to make it pink and green, do Slime Devils for free, you can do that. That's how people want this ship to look, right? That's how Trizander wants it. He's very weird with that stuff. That is just wrong. My eyes. How much of a delay is there? Okay, it looks like the delay's not that bad. Reminds me of Futurama ship colors. And you can do some interesting combos. You got plenty of options. You want the old ugly model as a material type? I mean, you've got like type 1, type 2. You can that's about as close as you're gonna get. What does section 31 look on it? Do I have that on this character? I do. Okay, let's go up to space and look. Here is section 31 on it. Yeah, right. I don't have many other Vandy shields here. Foul. Platinum for those that have it. And I know that there will be some other creators doing content where they look at all the Vandy shields on this ship, so if you're looking for more complete coverage on all the Vandy options, other people will most certainly be covering it. What about the rep, the Borg rep stuff? Oh yeah, I've actually got that. You want to completely Borgify the ship? Then here you go. Something sell. Effective EC. Yeah, I'll if you want to be an effective answer, I can't really answer that on stream. You want me to do render scale too? Doesn't look much different. I mean, the thing is, keep in mind with the stream, I'm natively playing at 4K and it's being downscaled already to 1080p, so it is effectively render scale 2 as is for those of you watching on a 1080p screen. Last one I'll check here is Lucari. Yeah, I don't think I'd leave Lucari on here, but yeah, that's always an interesting one. My game will immediately crash at anything over render scale 4 right now. Actually, I do have one other shield that people always ask about, the Medical Vanity. I don't really like this Vanity shield, but I know that there's a few people that really are into it. There you go. Is that the pink one that you're talking about? Yeah. The pink one's cool. Yeah, this is a really good ship for an event ship. This is literally promo tier. This is a promo tier ship that they're giving away as an event ship. Yeah, Gibbs, hopefully they rerun some of those. Do some new charity things or something. Zeostar, thank you for the Twitch sub. Very much appreciated. Which patrol to go for? It's out of control. And remember, the patrols can be done on any difficulty. You do not have to you don't have to do them on advanced or elite. You can do them on normal and blitz through them. I think there might still be a handful out there. I can't off the top of my head, remember each of them though. Okay. Oh, that was meant to look like me? Terrible, Rob. Terrible. I didn't see your second message. So I'm just checking some stuff on Discord. There's a bunch of conversations going on. Ancient Steel Dragon, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Mark Twain. Any thoughts on the trait? The trait from the Typhoon, it's not really that great. It did like 6K on a mill run. Really underwhelming. I've seen some of the pictures people have put up about the Mark Twain costume. I don't have screenshots. Here we go. Yes, the Mark Twain costume is something you can now buy in the Lobby store with the update today on PC. And final reminder, I'll be doing a video here in a couple hours going over everything that's going on. Just like news and events recap. But there is a promotion going on, a giveaway in the promotions tab on PC here, where you can claim some free costume pieces from Lower Decks. So these are only available for the next 2 weeks on PC. Console players, you'll probably get these in November. But this is something that you apparently need to claim per character right now, from what I understand, so... which of the Andorian T6 ships are best to get? The science one that has improved Gravwell. Savage, thank you for the sub. Very much appreciated. Yeah, the science Andorian, definitely. Okay. I need to bail out here because they're going to be testing the fire system any moment. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, stay tuned for that video later today. Yeah. Yeah, Michael, that's what I found too. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys around.